Guys, today we've got a Q&A with a guy I met here in Bali just a couple weeks ago that's wanting to get into UGC. I don't know his questions yet. We're just gonna answer them on the fly, speed run through it. This is part 2, so if you have not watched this, they don't have to be in order, but definitely go watch part 1 if you haven't yet, and let's dive in.
Ooh, this is a good question I didn't even ask yesterday, so this will be a good one. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
First one, do you have to show your face to succeed with UGC?
No.
Oh.
No, you actually don't. There's a lot of faceless campaigns that are app demos, whether it's a reaction or an app demo or an AI creator,
Nice.
which is becoming new, where you can create a few different AI creators and have them manage UGC campaigns for you.
Dang.
So
okay.
it's easier to get into by showing your face, because those deals are obviously, they, for the most part, they pay more and they're easier to step into because more brands want somebody that can talk to the camera.
Absolutely.
So I recommend showing your face, but you absolutely don't need it.
Like, say you had a following of nonchalant B-roll where you're cut that.
No, we're leaving it.
Okay.
Everything stays.
Say you have a following of B-roll where you're just not showing your face, and it's, you get 100K followers, and they that's your presence, and it's just like motivational content, lifestyle, but you never show your face, and then you're able to, add just a little bit of like, hey, check out this product or something.
Well, that would be a sponsored, like a collab, like a
Okay.
brand partnership. Because with UGC, you're not posting on your account.
Gotcha.
So even if you had 100,000 followers with motivational stuff, that'd be totally different. If a brand sponsors you to mention them in a post, that's completely separate. But the faceless UGC that I'm talking about is like the organic side where you make a new account and still post.
Gotcha. What are 3 UGC hooks that almost always work?
Ooh, that's a little too broad because each hook has to be specific to the niche. So like if I'm creating a hook trying to get college students to pay attention, that's going to be totally different than a fitness product or a travel app that I'm trying to get like travel creators or gym bros to pay attention to. But for the most part, like I follow a framework of, there's more than 3, but if I could narrow it down, 3 hooks to like gain curiosity. You'd be like, I hated doing this until X.
Okay.
So then they know the problem and the solution in the first 2 seconds. Then they're going to watch the video to find out how.
For sure.
Another one would be almost similar, but like my life sucked, my life sucked before I found this. That's a lot stronger on the product because you're like introducing the product right away. There's other ones where you can bring in a storyline of like, I don't know why nobody's ever told me this, but because then you're not introducing the product right away, you're getting the attention, and then you tell a story, which
like a
pulls them in.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you follow up with the product. So there's a lot that goes into each niche.
What challenges have you faced with brand requirements?
Brand requirements, honestly, the brands make it super simple. Like, brand requirements are easy because before you ever sign a contract and start posting for them, they send you like a whole notion, like a whole document on the deliverables, on the template, on the campaign, what you're posting, how you're posting, all your, like, you have everything to reference in the creator doc. That like before you agree to the contract, you know what you're going to be putting out. Only thing that I have run into some problems with is, it's not even like a big problem, it's just kind of annoying on my part. If most of my income from that brand is coming from views, like if it's a lower retainer but a higher CPM, and if they want a stronger call to action, then it's difficult because I know those videos aren't going to perform as well. But I have to give a call to action where people know it's an ad while I'm getting paid off the views. That can hurt. But most brands are hiring creator managers now that understand the market, understand that that's not how to structure the videos. So it's getting a lot better.
Interesting. What's the funniest or most unique requirement that you've had to do, or the most, what product has really been
I would
kinda
say
on?
I'd say the weirdest UGC deal I
Search.
did at first was a puberty tracking
Yeah.
app, where like that's just a weird audience to try to target like 14-year-olds with the hooks, like everything. You like put in your height, your weight, your age, your shoe size, if you have armpit hair, and then it gives you like a height prediction and a few like stretches to
Interesting.
do that, which like the views on that sucked. Plus the conversions were bad because what 14-year-old is going to pay
Right.
$10 a month for a height tracking app? So that was weird. But
Yeah.
when you're first starting out, it's like important to not be too specific, because I needed deals like that to build up experience so I could say, yeah, I've been doing UGC
Yeah.
and I've taken on, 20 different campaigns.
You've sold difficult products. to sell,
Exactly.
yeah.
So then you can be more selective once you have that experience.
Can a UGC video go viral without a following? So say fresh account, which is most of the time it is, and what will it take just to go viral if if you do the right things?
It can if you don't miss the warm-up process.
Okay.
But if you don't warm your account up properly, like you'll be stuck at 80 views a video. Which the warm-up process is like a 3-day. It's like takes 10 minutes a day for 3 days.
Okay.
You follow like 5 to 15 accounts in the niche you're going to be posting in. You scroll like a normal person, like watch the videos all the way through, like some, comment on some, repost some, and any videos that are outside of your niche of what you're going to be posting, and you hit not interested.
Yeah.
So by the end of those 3 days, TikTok knows who to send your stuff to when you start posting. I've had videos in my first week of posting get hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah.
But it was because they instantly knew who I was going to be targeting, because they knew what my account was based off of.
Gotcha. Is the UGC space too saturated?
I hate when this objection comes, because like it's easy to overcome, but that's an objection I get all the time of like, oh my goodness, this is so saturated, there's so many creators. When just the small pool of brands that I work with, they're taking on 350 new creators in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's just only growing, because as soon as a brand works and has 50 creators working for them, and the campaign works, they realize it makes them money, more downloads, then the next month they're taking on 20 more, and the next month they're taking on 50 more.
Okay.
And so right now the demand for good creators is like past the supply of how many creators there actually are, even though there's thousands.
And they've got the budgets for it, because I guess in advertising they would spend 50x for one video compared to spreading it out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have the advertising budget, and a lot of these tech startups are getting bought by like big firms.
Yeah.
And so like Aqua Voice, for instance, one of the brands I'm working with, they just got funded like it was somewhere between 5 and 10 million for
Wow.
marketing from a huge like investing firm.
Yeah.
And so they have budgets that they couldn't even like spend all of it. I mean, they figure out how, but
And just
like
to get a sliver of that is life changing.
exactly.
Yeah. How do most people fail at UGC? Like if I were just to start and
Honestly,
sure I
by-
put the reps in. Yeah.
Honestly, by not starting.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
like when people get interested, they'll ask questions about it, they'll learn about it, they'll try to research it, but then like they'll apply to 10 brands and be done. When
Yeah.
in reality, if you apply to 10 brands, one is probably going to respond. So that's why you actually need to like spend the first couple weeks really heavy on outreach, and then just like follow through with it.
Okay.
Most people just drop out too early.
Yeah. If you lost, so I guess that begs the next question. If you lost everything and had to restart UGC today,
Ooh.
what would you do in your first 7 days, your first week?
First 7 days.
Just like, I got to figure it out. Nothing, like, what do I do?
To be honest, it wouldn't take 7 days. But I would create a portfolio with professional demo videos. I would download SideShift, join Discord communities that post deals,
Okay.
you apply on SideShift just by like swiping. It's like takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I would apply to like 10 to 20 brands a day on SideShift. Join as many Discord communities as I can with job postings. Total applications like 20 a day.
Yeah.
By day 3, I'd probably have like 4 deals locked in.
Wow.
And so by day 7, I'd have the accounts warmed up and start posting already.
Okay.
And
then that's when.
That'd be 2,500, $3,000
Jeez.
the first week.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying this like hypothetically, like that's I have a lot of creators in my community that are actually doing that. And their first week, their first 10 days,
Wow.
they're locking in like $2,000 to $4,000.
Jeez. Are brands even paying attention to small creators? I guess.
Yeah, because they're not finding you based off your social media. Like, if a brand sponsor is looking for someone with a big audience and a bunch of reach, but the thing is, you're applying to them, and they care about the quality of the video and how engaging you can be way more than your audience or your following or how long you've been in content.
Yeah.
I'm referencing my students a lot because they're giving me a lot of examples to teach off of. But I'd say 5 of the creators in the past couple weeks had never posted a piece of content before and are already locking in a bunch of deals their first month.
Wow.
So it's just heavy on the portfolio, making that professional enough.
Okay. Which you can help with.
Yeah.
That's part of your service,
Yeah.
if you will.
I have my students follow my framework with my exact template of my portfolio.
Okay.
So they don't have to like start anything from scratch.
Very
It's
nice.
like copy and paste.
Sick. Let's see. Why now? This is on the course. The course question. More course, less mentorship. Why do some people buy courses and still fail?
Honestly, they don't pay enough.
Yeah.
I say this from my own experience because I bought my mentor for UGC was $4,000. It was the last $4,000 I had, and I needed to make it work.
Yeah.
And when you invest something that like actually makes you like, there's a big risk involved, you're gonna follow through. You're gonna rewatch the videos. You're gonna pay attention, take notes on the Zoom calls. Everything he taught me, I was like, okay, trying to soak it all in and make it work. But then like I bought a course, I think 2 weeks ago now. It was like $300 for like a content personal brand course.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the welcome video because like I didn't invest enough to need to make it work or need something to change. I was just like, oh yeah, that'll be cool. I'll learn a lot from that. And then I was like, oh, I'll get to that someday. And I see that with my creators as well as other people. Creators in my community that like paid up front because they put that risk out there, they're performing way better and having results faster than the people that split up the payments over a few months because they're like, oh, I'm only paying, whatever, a couple $100 a month.
Yeah.
It's not, they don't have as much on the line.
So when you got the skin in the game, you want to.
It forces you to do something.
Something. Is going viral overrated when it comes to making money?
No, you don't need to go viral. Like my first 4 months, I didn't have one viral video, like a couple 100,000 views, but that doesn't I wouldn't consider that viral. You don't need to go viral because like your retainers can add up and give you consistent income.
Okay.
But when you crack the code of going viral, your income is like completely uncapped.
Wow.
Because you can only take on so many retainers at a time because you're posting, a video a day for them. And so if you just go off of retainers, your income is capped as well. But with those retainers come a CPM, which is $1 per 1,000 views typically. So if you can crack the code to consistently go viral, like the income when you start making videos that are viral every week is like, it just doubles whatever your retainer is.
Wow. Okay. So the incentive is, and that happens over time. And
Yeah.
Is it already too late to start UGC? Probably
feel
pretty
like
self-explanatory. No.
yeah,
But,
no,
yeah.
it's like honestly a gold rush right now. Like we already kind of covered that in the
Yeah.
question about it being saturated.
Right.
Of just like how many brands, not only are the brands that are doing UGC expanding and taking on new creators every month, but brands that have never touched UGC are now turning
To it.
to it. So like there's so many opportunities. Big brands too, like Apple, H&R Block, like
Wow.
huge brands that you're like they don't need a budget for UGC, are having UGC creators make ads for them. I saw one for T-Mobile the other day,
Huh.
and I was like,
So just get some. It's so interesting, yeah. Going from a ad campaign to just paying Joe Schmo to
yeah,
make some videos
to just
and
talk about it,
yeah,
and
expand
make it
their
real.
footprint. Wow. What's the first thing somebody should do when getting into UGC?
Okay, I'm gonna speak from my experience.
Uh-huh.
I had watched YouTube videos on it and never started because it was just an idea of like, I probably had the information, at least most of the information to get started based off of the YouTube videos and the info that I had watched.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I invested into the mentor.
Yeah.
Not only did he have the info like laid out in a clearer framework, he would like you get checklists of stuff to do, so you don't have to guess where to start. It's like a very clear framework of like this is what to do your first day, your second day, and it's just like a blueprint.
You're getting the help you need.
You get the help you need,
Yeah.
and you have the skin in the game to actually make it work.
Yeah.
But like honestly, videos like this are gonna help build knowledge on getting started. If you're a super motivated person, you might be able to just try it yourself, but then you don't have the systems in place to scale.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into just like owning your job and not a business you can actually grow.
Okay. And full disclosure again, I met Blake like 2 weeks ago.
Blaze,
Blake.
that proves it.
And wow, I met Blaze 2 weeks ago, and I, was a day trader. I'm out here in Bali, just figuring out life now, what I'm gonna do, and I know nothing about it. So hopefully these can help you, and yeah, give it a shot. Honestly, just to hear his story and see how much you can grow by posting online. It's a risk worth taking, and I'm probably going to start taking it too. So
I didn't pay him to say that,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
I agree. If you're interested in the community that we mentioned, send me a message on Instagram and we can schedule a Zoom call, talk over, see if it'll be a good fit for you.
bada bang, bada boom.
Done. Guys, I hope you learned something from this. If you did, make sure to subscribe because I'm putting out a lot more long form content, UGC related, business related, life in Bali. It's going to be a lot broader than my Instagram, but a lot of in-depth UGC coaching will be on here as well.